It is the 8th annual Cayman Islands Marathon here in the Cayman Islands, and we can't wait for the big event. So many people travel just to come down here and be a part of it, and there's great news, great things that are happening, and the director of the race is in the studio, Rhonda Kelly, who's going to tell us about some really good new things that are coming up and how it's not just for the older folks, the little ones can get involved. Good morning.
Good morning. I want to talk a little bit about the Kids Fun Run, because that's something that we added a few years ago, and it has turned out to be really popular. Milo has come on as a sponsor, and of course the Ministry of Health has always been there. And then now we have TCBY is offering a party, which they did last year, for the school that has the most kids running.
You're kidding.
So if you run, you get a nice TCBY party for your school, and it's free. It's free for kids. They get a T-shirt. They get a medal when they cross the finish line. They get to cross the big finish line and feel like mom or dad. And it's a really good way to get kids out there and starting to run. And running is something all kids can do. They all have a pair of sneakers they use for school. So it's, it's something that they can all do. It's about a half a mile. It's not competitive. We don't actually, but it is fun. We're going to have prizes from Milo. We're going to have, and again, the T-shirts and stuff, and it's free. They can go online and register.
I like the challenge, though. It depends, the challenge of TCBY is saying, depending on how many kids are a part of it, that they're going to have this party for them, because that's exactly what you should do with schools, is they should come together and compete and show what they love and give back to the community and learn a little bit about these events that we're having. So that's so cool.
Yeah, Georgetown Primary won it last year, so they had a great big party. So that's the challenge. They were the winners last year. But the turnout, seeing 200 kids run in the street and just kind of, and the exhilaration on their faces. I mean, if you look at some of the photos, the way that they felt when they crossed that finish line, and that, you'd be surprised how that can last for a long time in a child. And that might, you never know, that might develop a love of running for this child to become a walker or a runner. And develop a lifelong fitness, through it. And
which is healthy for them. Exactly. So this all takes place on Sunday, the 5th of December.
Yes, the Kids Fun Run starts at 10:30.
Okay.
Because our race starts at 5 a.m. So we start that at 10:30 when almost all the runners are finished. So we do kind of the last bit. So, and again, it's quick, so it's not too hard on them with the heat.
Right.
And we have drinks and everything for them when they finish.
I like that. I like the 10:30 Kids Run.
Yeah.
I can wake up at that time.
You can make that. Okay.
I can make that one with my son, for sure. And of course, it's all free, but do they have to register even though it's
They have to register and they have to pick up their packet, just like big runners. And they get runner's bibs with their number on it and all that stuff. So if they register online or through their school anytime, then they come on Saturday, the same day that the runners come, to Marriott between 10 and 3, pick up the race packet, and they'll get their T-shirt and their bib and everything on Saturday. And then they just show up and they're ready to run on Sunday.
All right, well, schools, that's a challenge for you. You need to make sure that you get your students registered so that your school will win the TCBY party. Now, what else is new this year?
We have wheelchair athletes. We've had them in the race before, but we've added an official wheelchair category. So that's really exciting. We're hoping, of course, to have the biggest turnout we've ever had in regards to the overall race. We have about almost 500 registered now, but they're coming in swift and fast. We have a couple groups from Canada, which is exciting. We have a group that's raising funds for arthritis, Joints in Motion. They're bringing about 40-plus runners, walkers across all of the events. And one of the most exciting events that I found is the team event. And that's where a team of 4 run the full marathon.
Right.
We are over the amount of teams we had last year already.
Wow.
So that is going to be a fun, competitive event. And the great thing about that is it keeps people on the course for the whole full marathon. Right. So that's really exciting. And I was also we need more volunteers.
Okay.
We get a ton of volunteers. We cannot do this race without them. All the water stops, I think we're good with water stops, and they are coming with costumes, and we've heard some really good things about themes, but we need volunteers for everything, from putting medals around the runners' necks when they finish, to helping us with drinks and refreshments at the finish line, or all along the route, all over the place.
And how do they become volunteers?
They can email me at info@CaymanIslandsMarathon.com, go on the website and check out the area about volunteers, or they can call us at Kelly Holding.
All right, well, get on the ball, log on, email, call, be a part of it, register. You do not want to miss out on the 8th annual Cayman Islands Marathon. Rhonda, thank you so much for joining us and sharing the information. We appreciate it. Of course, we'll be talking to you guys as we lead up to the big event. Almost every week you can tune into Daybreak. You'll get more information about the Cayman Islands Marathon.